Uribe looks in with that blue glove, and the 1-1 pitch is rolled to first base. Hoskins fields, tosses to Uribe, covering, and there's one away in the 8th. Abner trying to put that last outing against the Yankees. Oh, now we have some punches being thrown as Abner, Uribe, and Siri into it, and the benches have cleared, and the Brewers are not having it. Rhys Hoskins in the middle of it. And that escalated very, very quickly. Everybody's seemingly calming down now, but Siri is being escorted off the field by his coaching staff, and they're trying to get him off the field. The Brewers and Rays all surrounding each other between home and first base. Abner Uribe is in the dugout, and it looks like it might take a second to sort this all out for the umpiring crew. Ricky Weeks is wandering out there. Remember, Pat Murphy already ejected. Freddie Peralta was ejected. And now punches were thrown in front of first base, and Jose Siri was in the middle of it. That got heated very quickly. Siri grounded out, and it was a 3-1 putout. So Uribe was at the bag as Siri was coming through the bag, and words were exchanged, and then things escalated from there. But this thing got escalated a couple of innings ago, and it didn't have to be. And a bunch of temperatures got raised as a result of it. And Uribe looked back at Siri after he got to the first base bag, and then Siri started walking at him, and Uribe and Siri both looked like they threw punches.
Grounded down to third, a chance for 2. Beatty to second for 1. A tough pickup from McNeil. Are they going to call the out? They are. And then an overslide at second base by Hoskins. And we have some hard feelings as Hoskins has words with Lindor and others. A hard slide by Hoskins. They called the out at second. Both benches have emptied. The bullpens are joining it as well. Hoskins has a history with the Mets. Remember the 34-second home run trot a few years ago when he was with the Phillies. And you can see how hot McNeil is. And he is still barking.
Oh boy, they're jawing. Let's see how much he hits. He's going to try to bunt for a base hit, and he will succeed. Turner's throw goes down the line. Caballero rounding second, on his way to third, and he'll be out easily there, but the Rays will get a run out of it. And oh, and some words, and now a shove as the Blue Jays get out there quickly to wrap up Genesis Cabrera, and the dugouts and the bullpens have cleared.
These two ball clubs play a lot of tight games, and emotions oftentimes run pretty high. But it didn't take long for everybody to meet at third base.
Bryce now with 39 doubles on the year. Castellanos is hit by the pitch, and he is not happy. The benches are going to clear. Harper's already at the mounds. Castellanos has been hit a handful of times this week. Dusty Wathan comes over with Brandon Marsh to move Harper away. The bullpen's clear as well.
Profar didn't like that at all, and saying some stuff now to Will Smith.
Yeah, he kind of took a couple steps out towards. It was a pitch in.
And now the benches are emptying. Mookie Betts came in.
And you know what, Chris Chris Guccione doing a nice job. He cannot control the emptying of the benches and the bullpens, but I think he did a nice job separating the two.
Hit him in the helmet. Well, let's hope he's okay. And he gets right up. How about that? You can see Kjerstad wants to stay in, but that's scary, Jeff.
It is. You never want to have anything come up around a player's head.
And now Hyde is yelling toward the Yankee dugout. Now he's going up against Wells. And now both benches are going to empty. Two frustrated teams letting it all hang out. Now they're coming in from the bullpen.
Well, they have a little history from the time in the Bronx. You wondered if it was going to carry over here at Camden Yards in Baltimore.
Well, that was definitely escalated, Jeff, by the manager of the Orioles. See if anybody gets thrown out of the game. Looks like Brandon Hyde is, in fact, going to get thrown out.
All right, here's Jurickson Profar, Franny.
That was boring. Didn't even have to dive or fly through the air, huh? Sometimes boring is good. Keibert Ruiz and Jurickson Profar having words. And here come the benches. And the on-deck hitter, Manny Machado, got in the middle of it. So this happens tonight before a pitch is thrown to Profar after his histrionics last night at the end of the game.
Keibert's fired up. Let's go, boys.
Now the bullpen's coming in.
Just fight outs there. Why waste your time? Yeah, guys coming in from the cage. Got to get late hitting in.
Well, Profar last night was upset about a Hunter Harvey fastball that was up. He went down, of course. We didn't think the ball was hardly inside at all, but he was squeezing the plate, and then he got the game-winning hit and really gave it to the Nats dugout.
Yeah, he was more upset about the Nats playing baseball and walking Arise right in front of him.
Well, good job by Cal Quantrill to limit the damage. Yeah, what's going on? Stallings and Quantrill, and both benches are empty. Reese McGuire took issue with Cal Quantrill.
Somebody's yelling at Bud Black. Nick Pavetta's yelling at Bud Black. I'm not sure what happened with this pop, but Cal was excited about that, and then McGuire started yelling at him, and then Cal was jawing back.
To me, it was a visceral reaction to, hey, I got out of this limiting the damage, and not as much I got you, Reese McGuire.
They're just going to issue warnings to both benches.
Look out here. A conversation between Willie Adames and James McCann. Didn't take much to spark a big-time disagreement. Bench is empty. Bullpen's empty. This is not the first time Milwaukee has gotten into a tiff with an opponent this year.
James McCann, he's sticking up for his Orioles team. I'm not sure if he took exception to Willie Adames on a homer, but Willie and the Brewers are not going to back down.
Everybody's still milling around.
Pat Murphy and Brandon Hyde are talking at home plate too, trying to sort it out. This is why I took offense to it. Here it is.
At the top it said on the mentality.
Brandon Hyde was quickly in between the two. If you're a Brewers fan, you got to love the edge with which this team is playing the first month of the season. I don't know if you need benches to clear for the second time in a 3-week span, but it's clear they've got a chip on their shoulder.
Not when Cole is right. Bouncing ball taken by Birdie. Steps on the bag. He throws to second. The tag on Garcia, and they get the double play. Boy, that quiets the crowd at Kauffman Stadium. And also, he's asking maybe Volpe to reconsider something, and Torres is walking Garcia off. And now both benches empty. And here come the bullpens. Well, at first I thought the double play would quiet the crowd. But with the benches emptying, they're involved again. And Jazz Chisholm would do well to stay out of this because he's already public enemy #1 here in Kansas City.
The entire Yankee team would do better to stay out of this. They got the 3-0 lead. They don't want anything to happen to get this Royals team going. What happened with Garcia is that he didn't appreciate the tag from Volpe. That's where this started.
Yeah.
First, Nice play by Birdie with the accurate throw and the late slide here by Garcia. And he kind of came in spikes heavy. And that's when Volpe kind of pushed him off the bag. Then another tag there. And then a pat on the chest. And Garcia did not like that. A pat on the back. All of that irritated Garcia. And it looked like maybe Chisholm got involved in that as well.